This PHC update from the 2022 NCHA Metallic Cat Futurity is brought to you by Justin Insurance.
Hi everybody, Mark Michaels here with this special edition from the update from the NCHA Metallic Cat Futurities, joined today by a special guest, Wes Galyean. Wesley, welcome.
Yeah, thank you.
So Wesley and Third Edge, as you might know, Open NCHA Horse of the Year this year, a massive 760 points. It was cool because it was kind of a tight race that went back and forth between you and Adan and Hottish Metal all year. Came right down to the bash where it was kind of sealed for you. Tell us about, the year. What was that like for you going through that?
It was just an amazing year to have a horse like that. I was just so blessed and so thankful to get to have a horse like that. And I knew once we started kind of the futurity, just kind of started gaining momentum and really gaining confidence. And coming into the 4-year-old year, I just really was excited about him, and I wanted to go show him and couldn't wait to go show him. And I wanted to do everything I could to showcase his abilities, and I felt like he just continuously got better at every show. And it was just, I looked forward to every time getting to walk down to the herd to get to show the horse, no matter where I was at. Yeah,
and he's got such a unique style, and that's the cool thing that we see in some of these horses. And he's got that low swoopy style that's just kind of unique and really gets the crowd behind you.
Yeah, I think so. And he gets real melty and real low, like you said, but then he's just phenomenal on this talent to be able to get across a cow and go stop a cow and control a cow too. So it's like he kind of gets the best of both worlds there.
And the Bloodlines, we talked a little bit about that before, but the Bloodlines, obviously Metallic Rebel, your brother's horse that he trained and showed, and this is one of the first ones by him. And then out of the mare, Little Rattler, you've got a lot of history there. 1942, the one you've been showing at the small futurities, is out of her, and then the one tomorrow that you've got in the Open semifinals, Venomous, is out of her. So what's that like for you to kind of have that connection with those Bloodlines?
Yeah, it's been very special to me and my family. We've been tremendously blessed to get to, me and my family, to ride those Bloodlines. And it really starts with Paul Dean. He owned the mare, Highbrow Super Cat, and he really, I was so thankful for him to believe in me, to send them to me. And then we sold Little Rattler to Stephen Feiner, and then for him to continuously entrust me to go show Little Rattler, and Stephen showed her too. And then when we had the babies too, like Stephen continuously, him and his family, Jessica, continuously believed in me and my family to keep promoting Little Rattler the best we can. And we've been, like I said, blessed to have some really good babies come out of her, and she's really taken off.
Yeah, and talk about that a little bit. We've all had those customers that just believe in the programs that we put together and stand behind you no matter what. What does that mean to you to have that behind you, not to have to worry about, what if this happens, what if that happens?
Yeah, it's been very special to, like I said, to me and my family. Stephen, I've known him since I was, 11, 12, 13 years old, and he understands both sides of it. And, as the cutting horse industry goes, sometimes it can be a roller coaster of some bad moments and some great moments. And he understands all that, and he continuously, believed in me, and especially with Third Edge. And, it was just a very fun year just getting to train him as a 3-year-old, and him get to watch him, and just all of us get to watch him and enjoy him, and just we all believed and knew he's going to be great. But then it come down to the hard fact of now you got to go prove it, and now you got to get it done to try to make sure you show the world that he's a great horse.
Well, and add in that halfway through the year you get a new owner on the horse.
Yeah.
With Teton Ridge taking over as ownership on that one. What was that like for you, that transition now to be riding for a new owner, and obviously, maybe not the relationship there just yet, having that extra pressure on you?
Yeah, I think so. It was very exciting. They've been extremely supportive of me, and, just kind of asked me whatever I need or whatever I want. And we've talked about what this horse's goals are and everything, and they've just really backed me 110%, and we continuously keep going after the goals that we want to go after with him, and keep trying to maximize on his talents.
Yeah. Well, we can't wait to see what's going to happen there. And I know you've mentioned, now, the focus is obviously on the breeding barn. This will be his first year in the breeding barn, but you're still going to get to be able to take him out. And hopefully for the American, you get qualified for that. You're sitting pretty good right now, sitting second in the standings there, but a lot can change here, as we know. And then hopefully, some more Triple Crown events.
Yes, I think they said we were going to be able to get to show him at the big horse shows still, the Triple Crown events, and I think I got qualified for the Run for the Million, so we'll probably try to show him in that. And if this American goes good, then we'll try to go show him at that, and just keep enjoying him. I really felt like he just kept hitting his stride, and the more we kept pushing him throughout later in the year, the more he kept answering the bell. And we kept pushing and we kept pushing, and he just kept on. Just kept getting better and kept getting better and kept answering the bell. Well,
and let's recap that a little bit. It all started here at the Futurity last year, and through the rounds, you were a standout. The first go 221, you were I think you were sitting third in the standings in that first go around. 216, getting through the round on that one to make it to the semis, and then a 221.5 in the semis, and then the cattle in the final, it just didn't work. A 212, but the weird thing about, not the result you wanted there, but if you said, if this is my lowest score for all of next year at every show I go to, because, that's what it literally happened, that was your lowest score for the rest of the year, racking up 6 championships throughout the year this year. The Ike, you were 5th at, Arbuckle, 223.5, you were champion, Cattleman's 222, you were 3rd, the NCHA Super Stakes 229 co-champions with your brother. Right? And then the BI 218, a top 10 there. PCCHA Derby 223.5 in the Badbin Rising Open, which was like the Mercuria cutting. And then the West Texas Futurity Champion 225, Cotton Stakes 220 for a 5th, and then the PCCHA Futurity Best Run of the Year 229 right there, champion. You had 2 229s this year, I believe, and then finished it out the bash with a 228. That's pretty phenomenal. We looked at the averages here, 221.1 average. We've looked at a lot of horses on live score. We've got the data where we can pull that. I don't think I've ever seen a number that high.
Yeah, he's just a testament to this horse. He's just a phenomenal horse, and my mindset was at the Futurity Finals, we wanted to go for it and try to give ourselves a chance to win or opportunity to win. And I failed miserable there in that situation. There was a couple things I did, and it was 100% on me. And I learned from that. I knew after that night, I knew that, okay, this is what I did wrong, and this is what I'm going to do right. And I said, and next year when we go to show, that this is a great horse, and I'm not going to let off the gas pedal, that I'm just at every show, I'm just going to go show and just let it rip as fast as we can do it, and just not hold back and not back down from it. And just that was our mentality the whole year. And I didn't worry about winning or losing or anything like that. My mentality was just, hey, we're going, as soon as we get in the finals, then we're going for it at every single time. And I wasn't, Don and them, they had a great year too, and that was definitely a lot of fun getting to go against that. But I didn't really think about that. I just looked at, I was blessed to get to ride down to the herd on this horse, and I was not going to waste this opportunity. And then I was going to show with everything that we had and just not leave anything out there. And just like at the Bash, how tough that place can be to show, and we ended up winning, and we were dead last in a set, and that just doesn't hardly happen there at that place, and that's just a testament to that horse. And I cut my third cow with like 33, 34 seconds, just meaning that. We were gas pedal down and just not going to let up. Well,
you guys were one of those teams that the cutting wasn't over until you guys had gone, and whether you were last or first or whatever, but that's the way that horse, and that's why the crowd loved him, I think, just his unique style, and you could get him set up with the right cows in the middle of the pen, and he just took over from there, and it was fun to watch. We all enjoyed it, and we can't wait to hopefully get to watch you show him in the American. That's going to be pretty cool on that big stage, get to watch you cross the timeline there if that happens.
Yeah, I sure hope so, and like I said, I've just been so blessed just to get to walk to the herd every single time on him and be on his back. It's been an amazing journey, and it's just like a roller coaster. You don't want it to end. So I just want to keep enjoying every second of it.
Yeah. Well, Wesley, thanks again, and we've sure enjoyed watching you and Third Edge this year. And like I said, hopefully we get to watch you again. And we want to congratulate you and wish you nothing but success tomorrow in the Open Semis as well.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that, and we're going to go give it our all. And like I said too, and even talking about the horse too, I think a big part of it was, even with Kristen and my kids, getting to be a part of it. And Kristen, she watched every time I worked the horse in the practice pen and every flag work, and, just the support, I think of my family too, from Kristen and my 2 girls, just always being there and always supporting me, and going through this whole process has been an amazing journey, getting to go with that horse. And it's something I'll always remember the rest of my life.
Well, family first, and you know what, that works both ways, because we see a lot of posts from Kristen at the Western Pleasure shows with you in the background there too. We can't wait to see you kind of show one of them. Are we ever going to see that?
No
desire for that.
I can't. You know, just like I said, pedal down to the floor. That's my mentality, and that's I've. You know, like these are like race cars, and it's hard to get me off of a race car.
Yeah, hard to throttle down.
Yeah, that's for sure.
All right. Well, congratulations again, and good luck next year. We look forward to seeing more of you and Third Edge crossing the timeline.
Thank you so much. Right. I appreciate it.
Thanks to Justin Insurance for this update. Be sure to check out CHC Live Scoring for more action from the NCHA Metallic at Futurity.
This PHC update from the 2022 NCHA Metallic at Futurity is brought to you by Justin Insurance.